Welcome to Free Beer Friday, powered in part by Classic of Denton.
Wait, are we live right now?
I think
We
are.
live? Oh my goodness. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another edition of Free Beer Friday. And hey folks out in the lobby, how are y'all doing? What's happening? We're just sitting here drinking. Don't worry about us.
They seem to be doing well.
They do, yeah. I mean, it's the holiday spirit's all over the place right now.
It is.
This is so wonderful.
It is all over your body, for sure.
Oh,
And it's
yeah, it
twinkling.
is. Oh, yeah, it is. Nothing's more Christmassy than Tina the llama. Yeah, on the onesie PJs. Yeah.
Did you just give her that name, Tina?
I did. Well, that's an homage to Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh,
Yeah, that was the line. That may not remember the first episode y'all were on.
yeah.
Do you want to give them the rundown? Tell them what Manhattan is.
Oh, my
I
God.
think it's been almost 2 years.
Yeah, we were so green.
Oh, my gosh.
We had just
Has it really?
this show. I was ready to move to Denton.
She actually
That
looked
makes
at
me
real
s-
estate.
That makes me so happy.
Yeah, I found a house like 2 blocks off the square that I was convinced we were going to buy
Nice. Wait, why didn't you buy the house? What?
because our warehouse is in Dallas.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, it's kind of a
Yeah.
drive.
Yeah.
That's kind of a drive.
It'd be a hell of a commute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I used to drive down to Dallas for work all the time.
I walk across the street for work now.
It's that close.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we got to get into this.
Yes.
75 feet. Yeah.
Yeah, we totally have to get into this. But give people a rundown.
Okay.
Yeah, let them know what is Manhattan.
So
What are y'all doing?
Carl probably doesn't remember this.
Well, first of all, what is Manhattan short for? Which we deserve this because we picked the longest name in the world, which is the Manhattan Project Beer Company.
Yes.
Oh, my
but
goodness.
Everyone
Yeah.
knows us
It's a
as
blockbuster
Manhattan.
receipt.
Manhattan.
Yeah, which I'm cool with.
You tell the Manhattan story, and I'm going to tell our Inception story.
Okay, so the Manhattan. So what are we? Who are we? What are we? 2 years. We've been around a couple years.
It's 2 years, November 11th.
Yeah.
Golly.
And I mean, you know, like our thing is just to make the best beer we can, and you know, we focus mainly on American and a few Belgian styles, but a lot of IPAs. You know, tonight we got the coffee stout here, Black Matter,
Yeah.
hanging out, which is
This'll
great
warm
beer.
me up in front of a fire right here.
But yeah, we're kind of local to the DFW area and been doing it for a couple of years. And it's me and Misty and our business partner Jeremy, who's the mad scientist that
He makes the beer.
he makes the beer.
The concoctions inside.
Yes.
Yep.
He's very OCD, which is what you want in a brewer. If anyone's wanting to start a brewery, go find the most OCD person you can and have them brew beer because that's what you need.
And everything comes out perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
extremely consistent.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, when someone's like, "Hey, I'm creative," and you're like, "Okay, well then you shouldn't be a brewer." Like,
Oh.
it's like
I feel like there's a magical balance.
yeah,
No,
no,
you
Like
need
the
a-
mad
you need a
scientist
business
and the
partner.
chemist, right?
yeah, like okay, so the creative person needs the actual so if you take anything else, like let's say whatever Tesla, right? You're making electric cars. Like, do you want like a creative guy being like, hey, let's like put batteries on the roof and no, you want someone who can like execute, right? And that's like Jeremy is just like his precision. He's German, so he's just got the genes for brewing, right?
He is built. He's been bred for this.
Yes,
It's
yes.
Like he knows
Like
it.
thousands of generations of
Yeah.
beer making in his lineage. But no. So yeah, I think so Misty does all the sales and marketing, so all the creative side, all of the what, and then Jeremy makes the beer, and so
Jeremy tells me no to 90% of the things, and then I tell him no to a lot of the things too. So like we're the perfect
Nice.
balance.
Good check and balance.
Yeah.
Right
So
on.
like I have all the crazy plans and ideas, and he pulls me back, and then he's always dragging his heels, and I'm like, get back here. Yeah.
And people say, well, if Jeremy makes the beer and Misty sells the beer, what do you do? And I said, I
what
deal
do
with
you
taxes
do?
and insurance. Yeah, taxes and insurance.
Oh, well, there's the sexy side of the beer world. Yeah.
Business, the
Finance,
city.
real estate.
We
yeah.
won't talk about politics, but the city of Dallas.
You dealing with getting the new space,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
But so you probably haven't even connected this yet. So this Manhattan Project, the inception of it started 2 8 years ago next week.
Oh, really?
8 years ago.
8 years ago on Christmas.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
what a
because
magical Christmas.
We got engaged on Christmas 8 years ago.
Whoa.
So it was technically the day after Christmas, right?
Well, yeah, technically, but like we had a private Christmas because
Yes.
he knows that you don't propose to me in front
Oh,
of
in
people.
front of a
yeah.
Yeah.
So we had a private Christmas, and that's when he proposed. And then, like the next day or within 48 hours, called Jeremy. He was a good friend at the time, still is, even though he's a business partner, and said, "Hey, we want to make a beer for our wedding." So that's when Manhattan Project started.
Because we were hipsters before it was cool.
That is ultimate hipster thing to say,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So we didn't want to serve like champagne or do like the champagne toast. We wanted a beer toast, and we had just gotten back from Belgium, back when like Belgium was way better than most American beer. So we wanted to make a beer for our wedding that was something that we really loved, and that's Inception, which is in our portfolio. Just takes too long to brew, so it'll be coming back soon. But
Oh, good.
yeah, so we launched with it. But yeah, so that's when Manhattan Project started 8 years ago.
That is so awesome.
I didn't even like the
Eight
timing didn't click
years
until like
ago Christmas.
10 minutes ago.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
and we did the
It's a Christmas miracle.
It is.
we did like the amateur scene, and did like all the like Brew Riot down in Bishop Arts was such a cool event.
Yeah.
Like it was, 60, 65 homebrewers that were coming up with crazy things like coffee pale ales. Like who would have ever thought of that? But it was delicious and putting lemongrass
It looked
in
terrible,
beer.
but it tasted good.
Oh, it was delicious. Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. So yeah, did the amateur thing for a minute.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, but I think everyone's heard the amateur story. But I just had to note that it was 8 years ago.
That's crazy.
Christmas.
I love it. And okay, so we glanced on some of the beers that are out there.
Yeah.
What can people find out in the market right now? What do you guys have out?
So we have our 4 core beers.
Okay.
And you can find the core on Draft and Package, which is Half-Life, our hazy IPA that we created before hazy IPAs were a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also have Hoppenheimer West Coast IPA, which is what Carl and I are drinking.
Nice.
And
It's on draft back at the Monk
It
right
is
now.
on draft.
Yeah.
And then we have Plutonium 239, a coconut porter,
Oh.
which is so delicious. Our efficiencies when brewing, which is like just super nerdy, and these people probably don't care. But since we've moved into our new temporary space, the efficiencies that we have, because we've had some of our equipment delivered there, it's made the coconut extraction and then the coffee extraction in black matter so good that it's just dialed in perfectly.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Right on.
And then the
We're
other,
using this. It's this thing that literally looks like a rocket ship,
It
like a
does.
stainless steel rocket ship.
Oh, yeah.
And that's where we put like the coconut in from plutonium, or the coconut, or the coffee from black matter, and like the beer circulates through there. And so instead of just kind of like sitting there stagnant and not really
moving.
like
It's
it's
It's like
a
Brit-
whirlpool
it's like
around
you
this.
remember those old school Brita water pitchers you put in your fridge and you had that filter that sat in the middle? That's like what it is. Kind of.
Nice.
yeah. So it
Just
circulates
ginormous.
through.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
the-
it's huge.
yeah. The extraction is just so much more intense, and
Yeah.
it's really really good.
Yeah. So then Plutonium and then Necessary Evil, which is our newish Pilsner. We launched the Pilsner when we launched cans at the very end of September.
Okay, cans.
Yeah.
Cans. This is new on the market, right?
Yes, it is.
These things are everywhere.
They are everywhere.
Yeah.
So it has been pretty exciting to see how well they have sold. And
Right?
Ben at the Bearded Monk has 5 of our 6 cans right now, which I have never seen any location have that many.
Yay!
And the only can he is missing is Half-Life. And the only reason why he's missing it is because it sells out within 48 hours of us making it.
That thing is so good.
Yeah.
So good.
So, yeah. So you have 5 of the 6. You should be very proud.
Oh, see, I'm going to give Michael trouble when we get back. I'm like, man, you didn't even bring me any Half-Life. What the heck,
He doesn't
man?
have any Half-Life.
I know. I'm going to give him so much
We
trouble.
don't have any Half-Life.
Could have hid me a couple of cases. Come on, man. Yeah. Well, so
So this is a
this is
seasonal.
something we were talking about. This design.
Yeah.
That your design. You design these. This is not the flashy, shiny,
It's not
like super
beer bro.
colorful. And a lot of the beer world is very much like people are judging these books by the covers. They're going for the neon green and the bright yellow and y'all stuff is very much simple. It's classic. It's easy.
It's a very quiet
Yeah,
space on the shelf.
specifically Black Matter.
Yeah, Black Matter is
Oh,
super.
well, yeah, that too.
Like,
This is like the Black
you
Album
probably
from
can't
Metallica,
even
by the
see-
way.
You probably
Oh,
can't
yeah.
even see. Like,
That's
there is a
metallic
design.
black.
Yeah, on these cameras, I don't know if we can. Yeah, hold it up there. Do it.
oh,
There it
wait,
is.
wait, which one?
Oh, wait. What? Which,
Yeah.
I don't know what we're on.
So you can kind
There
of,
we go.
yeah, kind of see the
Ooh.
design.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, so we
I
wanted
love
to like
'em.
and it's probably, and I'm one of the few female owners of a brewery in North Texas.
Really?
Yes. And then so
Okay.
And then so, you think about it. And I have a graphic design background, so I'm not judging men, but they tend to make stuff that they like, especially when it comes to beer, because you perceive beer as being a bro thing.
We talked about some of this.
Yeah.
That there's some marketing that has passed me over that maybe I'm just innately attracted to,
sold
like
to you.
essentially attracted
Boob
to. Right?
sell.
Okay, yeah, Budweiser has proven that, right? Like that's all that sells Budweiser. But yeah, so maybe that's the
Yeah.
it hooks us. Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so anyway, you've got a different perspective on this world.
Yeah.
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 And-
so like we wanted to, when we set out to design cans, and we spent the better part of a year writing a business plan. So we had, before we ever launched, and it wasn't necessarily to prove the concept, but it was to make sure that the three of us could be aligned as business partners and
Right on.
follow the same vision, which our vision was, and Carl was being a little bit, I guess, I don't know if it was humble, but our vision is to make the best beer in the world, not just be one of the best. Like, we want to be the best all around. So one of our plans, though, was to make beer that could sit on your dinner table. Like, you are happy to have this sitting on your Christmas dinner table.
I was about to say Chris, like with all of the
Yeah.
green and the red and the nice pine cones and this and that
has
and
a
the turkey.
It has a
and-
place next to the bottle of wine.
Right on. Yeah. And these do very much they're not flashy. They're not there to be the partying on the boat. It definitely does sit well next to even a glass of scotch.
Yeah.
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 Sitting on the Christmas dinner table
Yeah.
with grandma sitting next to you.
Yeah.
Look, I'm respectable. How about that, guys?
Yes.
I'm respectable.
Yep.
I love this. I love it very much.
So that was the initial plan, but then one of the other benefits is the fact that when you're so quiet on the crazy busy shelves, you get the attention.
Right on. Right on. And that we were talking about this earlier too, that it breaks up
Yeah.
all of this noise
Yeah.
on a beer shelf, right?
Yeah.
Right on. Yeah, they definitely stand out. That is for sure.
So an
That is for
interesting,
sure.
just kind of thing that and it goes to tap handles, it goes to beer designs, but something we like to talk about or kind of relate to is say that people, you buy a beer from 6 feet away. Like that's kind of, sort of minimum distance.
When you're standing
Okay.
in front of a cold case,
Like-
watch your customers
You're
at the
like
mug.
you're
Yeah.
looking at
Yeah, like
everything.
you're not really opening it up and taking the 6-pack out and like you're standing back and you're seeing
Scanning.
everything.
seeing
and
the sea of everything.
Yeah. So that's kind of just from a marketing technique. That's something we've always kind of looked at is to say like, hey, like people make decisions from 6 feet away. So like, what does this look like from 6 feet away? What does our tap handle look like? What does our can look like?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's a good way to approach it because, and it's cool because like, so the front of our can is the 6 feet away, right? And then on the back, if you want more detail, you can read about the beer.
you
can read about
really
the
got to get in
pairings.
on that.
Paris with a warm fire, Ben. I
Oh,
believe you
nice.
mentioned a warm fire.
Oh,
Ribeye.
I could snuggle up with. Wait, a ribeye?
Ribeye.
There's a little picture. There's a little ribeye icon and a little ice cream icon.
Oh, it pairs so well with ice cream.
Oh, I want to snuggle with this so much. Yes, and that I left the house today, and the wife and kids had the fire going. Oh, I gotta go.
You gotta
I gotta go.
work.
I'll be back. Hey, Katie, I'll be back with beer for us. Not for the kids, but for us.
They can have the ice cream.
There you go. I like. Well, no, not this late. I don't want sugar to children. No, but this is kind of interesting that
Yeah.
it does. So that's what catches you from a distance. Sorry, guys. That's what catches you from the distance.
Mm-hmm.
And then, can you get enough of that? Can you get in on that? You can't. Oh, Jake kind of can. There it is. Yeah. All right. That's what draws you in, though.
Yeah, if you need a little detail, if you want to read a little bit more.
about it. But at that point, we're already snuggled up with it, and I'm looking at it. I'm reading it. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, like our Pilsner, it pairs well with yes.
Oh, okay. I like this.
Do you want a
Oh,
beer?
I like
Do
that
you want a
so
beer?
much better.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. I want to drink this.
So does this go well? Yes.
But what about
Could I drink this with yes? Like, but what if I was grilling some yes?
So, so we you're familiar with the term haze bros, right?
no
Okay.
customer base? You guys, you may
Yeah.
not. Yeah.
So the hazy beer chasers, which God love them because they sell or they purchase a ton of beer.
And you guys have done some beers.
Oh, we love
that
haze
are
beers.
fantastic in that style.
Yeah. So we're about to, and Half Life is like a baby haze. 'Cause we
No,
made
wait. We need full background though. You got to go back on the background.
of Half Life or haze.
Haze.
Okay.
We got to set the stage here.
New England.
New England IPA,
Generally citrusy,
citrusy,
juicy.
tons of grapefruit, like lemon notes.
A lot drier than a lot of IPAs. Less bitter. So yeah.
and very and it's what it said was. So this is pretty dang clear. Hazy beers are literally hazy,
Looks
Yeah,
like
it's-
grapefruit juice.
It's hard to see through.
and some of them
Yeah.
look like straight up orange juice. Yeah. So Half Life, though, we actually created before a hazy beer was a thing. We were just
Before this craze hit
Yeah,
Texas.
yeah. I mean, it was.
It was actually the first commercially available hazy beer in Texas.
Yeah, and we
Really?
we
Yeah.
created a beer.
didn't realize
And
that.
it was total happenstance. We created a beer that we loved IPAs at the time, but we were having to like drink at festivals all day and like drink at like event type settings where you always had to have a beer in your hand, and you couldn't drink a big IPA all day long or a big like 7-8% beer all day long. So we created an IPA we could drink.
Yeah, just wear your palate out.
So our
Nice.
Half Life, our initial hazy beer is actually 30% wheat. So we pulled it back and softened the palate, and Carl can talk about it.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, sidetrack for a second. So it was when we were developing it, we definitely wanted to reduce the bitterness. We wanted to still maintain the hop flavor
But we wanted
and
to be able
aroma.
to eat food and taste it.
Yeah. So we're like,
Not have everything taste like a bitter hop.
yeah. So we're like, let's reduce the bitterness, but keep all of the flavor and aroma. So let's keep the dry
Yeah.
hop and the late addition hop there. And then, so we said, well, if we're going to reduce the bitterness, we need to reduce the malt character as well, right? Like, because you don't want it to be super sweet, and then there's no bitter
And I
to
hate
balance
malt.
it.
I personally hate malt bombs. Hate them.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we backed down.
Okay.
We backed down the bitterness, and then we backed down the malt to kind of match. But then it was a little bit thin. Like it just didn't have the right feel on the right mouth feel. And so wheat. The reason that wheat makes beers cloudy is because it contributes. Like it puts protein in the beer, and that's what gives it the haziness. But it's what also gives it the mouthfeel.
That's
And so-
soft.
Yeah. So adding the
Instead of that sparkly, crisp champagne quality, right?
Yeah.
more of the kind of
Sharp. I think it's
kind of okay. So like when you have a sweet beer, it kind of like almost coats your mouth, like versus watery. So the opposite of watery. Like so watery is really thin, and so as you start talking thicker.
I frequently say skim milk versus whole milk.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it takes it. So the wheat that contributes to proteins takes it more towards like the whole milk quality, a little bit more coating the mouth. Like not like Guinness, not like a nitro stout, but so that's where that's where that came in, and so yeah, we came to this conclusion that you needed to add some sort of proteins to balance out the reduced bitterness. Like that was a conclusion we came to kind of all on our own, and then sort of the haze thing sort of happened independently from. So I'm guessing they came to the same conclusion we did. Yeah.
I'm sure it was brewers that couldn't drink big IPAs all day long.
Well, and years ago, I had gotten a can of Sip of Sunshine. And
Yeah.
I am not a huge fan of super aggressive West Coast bitter hops, right? And I thought, man, I just hate IPAs. And then somebody brought me, this was 5-6 years ago, brought me a can of Sip of Sunshine from the Northeast, but the origination of the idea of the Northeast IPA. And went, oh, I like IPAs. It's a lot of the qualities you're talking about. Well, so about the same time you guys were opening, I started seeing those in bottle shares. A lot of those beers from that region started showing up. And people were, instead of trading for, I don't endorse illegal shipping of beer in or out of Texas. That's the caveat. But I started seeing a lot of those in Texas from these beer trades. And they weren't trading with folks on the West Coast. They were trading for stuff on the East Coast. Yeah, and I think you guys, you hit this mark right at this moment where everybody was having the same, same crisis.
And the funny thing is, it was because Half-Life was part of our launch portfolio 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And we couldn't sell it. I couldn't get a handle.
It was our lowest selling beer.
Every time we put it on draft, that thing blew.
I could not get a handle in town the first 2 months, like in all of DFW, because it was confusing. Buyers had never seen a hazy IPA.
This isn't aggressively hopped.
Yeah, they're like, well,
why does it look like a Hefeweizen?
They're like,
for goodness sakes?
That's what they said. It said, is this a wheat beer or an IPA?
So
we're like, yes.
So one night up late, just like figuring out how the hell do I sell this beer, and searching forums, and I heard this term, came across this term, Northeast IPA or New England IPA. At that time, it was kind of interchangeable.
It's synonymous.
I was like,
yeah.
I was like, nobody knows what that means. We're gonna put that on our label.
That's it.
And
come on,
rebranded it from dry hopped wheat to IPA to any IPA. Sold like hotcakes.
Well, and I think that was also okay. So there was also the time that we convinced a few people.
Yeah.
Because we also it's a bargain beer. Like you're in the beer buying business. You know, it is a bargain beer.
Yeah, it's not like it costs you an arm and a leg.
No. Like for equivalent.
Nothing y'all do is like we're putting on Tweak on Saturday from Avery. That's a $7 5-ounce pour. Nothing y'all do is that. Just atrocious. I'm buying Slims and it's atrocious. It's a great barrel-aged, sit for 12 months in barrels beer, but nothing y'all do is extreme and super expensive.
No, because we wanted.
These are very graspable.
Yeah. Well, and that was our plan with Half-Life and we totally digressed from our original topic.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, but Half-Life was like, we wanted Half-Life to take every handle. We want to handle in town everywhere.
Yeah,
right
we feel like, I mean, there's not
because it pairs so well with everything in life.
Yeah, there's not a place in all of DFW that has draft beer that should not have Half-Life, right? Like, I mean, I'm not saying like everyone has to buy it, but I'm saying there's like Half-Life has a place everywhere. It's sort of the, I mean, like beer drinkers can drink it, non-beer drinkers can drink it. Like, it's just a great, great beer.
It meets everybody's
So
needs.
to go back to the original,
what was the original?
I was going to make fun of Haze Bros.
Oh. And after we validated everything.
I feel like Ben got a
Haze
little
Bros goes off.
I feel like Ben was like,
what?
Just to say, like, I love Haze Bros. I love Haze Bros.
They buy my beer.
Haze Bros, I love you.
No. Okay, so to be a caveat on the other side of that, folks that follow a trend just because the buddy says this is what you should drink, guys, y'all make your own decisions. That is key. Yeah. I'm still the one that drinks stouts and I drink heavy booze in the middle of July.
Because you don't let the weather dictate what you're going to drink.
That's right.
Because you're sitting in air conditioning.
We find our own flavor. We love our own stuff.
I stole his line.
She tried to steal it.
Oh.
Yeah. I say, I do not let the weather dictate what beer I do and do not like.
I love this. Yes. But that being said.
That's what happens when you're married and work together and you hear each other's lines all day long.
This is a team right here. This is it.
So, but anyways, so hazy
Okay.
IPA.
So these.
Haze Bros. We were
Going back
talking.
to the
we were
Haze Bros.
talking about the pairing. And
Oh yeah.
I so badly. So double Half-Life, which is like a true hazy IPA, or Half-Life was an accidental hazy IPA. We just told you for 20 minutes why it was an accidental hazy IPA. But double Half-Life is a true
Bring it
hazy
back
IPA, and I so badly wanted to say it paired well with Bros, but
That would have been awesome.
Why not?
there's just social media people that would have probably
Oh,
lost their mind.
it would have been so much. Okay, so
And
this.
then you put it in print on
Today-
a can. It's there.
Thank you for this, because this is half beer talk and half marketing talk. And you talk about Denton. Denton, there are so many like marketing and design majors. This is so much fun to talk about.
Yeah, we can get as nerdy as
So-
you want on that.
Yeah,
shit.
like
Don't-
it was going to. I was gonna have a picture of like two little dude couples, like the little icon, like your emoji, and it was gonna say Bros
Oh, come on. Bros, it pairs well with that. Come on, guys.
for Haze Bros.
I think you should have.
But then just
Totally
think
think
about
you
like the
should
women
have.
that would have been two female icons. How pissed they would have been.
See, now there we go. Right back to marketing. Fantastic. Fantastic. And you see, it already got me. Like, I understand the Haze Bros. All right.
You're like, I can be a bro.
yeah, I could totally be in that. But my wife would have been like, why am I drinking this?
Yeah.
For shame,
So-
sir.
So I think so. I'm not the marketing guru. That's Misty, but I think part of, and I don't like. I'm fine with talking about this overtly because, like I just don't want. I want a brand that people feel like that they're okay with, like being a part of, right? Because we want people to be a part of this, and so we don't have anything that's something that someone's like, I just can't be a part of that, right? Like, there's definitely a lot of beer marketing that's, that just kind of goes
Sexual
that's,
or
yes, that's sexual or, I mean, and even
or very like goth, like
yeah,
I don't
and
know.
we're kind of
Goth?
we're
Not
on a
go- well,
we're
like
like on a family radio station, so I
Yeah.
can't like go to, but yeah, they lean some innuendo that involves some
Stuff.
things, some stuff,
Gotcha. Okay.
and it's just like.
If y'all want to know more, you can come talk to us off the radio
Or
tonight.
Just
Or
walk.
just walk
Just
through the
walk-
grocery store.
Walk the cold case at the Bearded Monk.
Yeah.
At about 8:00 when we wrap up.
Oh yeah, come drink with us.
Yeah.
There we
Yeah.
go. Okay, we're gonna have this talk.
Yeah,
this
but-
is gonna happen later. Okay,
I mean,
yeah.
and I just don't understand. Like, I just, like,
It's cheap and sorry.
yeah, no, it's like maybe,
and tawdry,
yeah,
cheap
It's
and
just-
tawdry.
It's
That's
easy. It's easy. Be more creative. Think a
Okay.
little bit harder.
Fair
All the
enough.
marketing students here in
in
Denton.
this. Oh my gosh, in this town, there's
Yeah.
a wealth of them.
Yeah, just think a little bit harder.
Okay.
Actually, I wish I remembered her name. I should have looked it up. I found it on. I get Google alerts for our brand name. There's a marketing student in Denton that did a package design for us, and she published it on her
Oh,
personal
yeah.
portfolio.
What?
Yeah, and it showed up on.
that was like a year ago, right?
yeah, and she just hit me up about a month ago because we're gonna have her design some posters and like some cool
Nice.
stuff.
Okay.
Because she used our brand for a project in Denton.
Okay, this has to come back. We've got to
Yeah.
talk about this girl.
Yeah.
Okay, this is cool. This is cool. But you guys feel like there's some lesser stuff out there.
Well, the beer. Actually, here's the
That's
thing.
not fair, too.
No.
I say lesser
No.
stuff as if it's.
So and you and I started to touch on this earlier before the show. When you do that with your marketing, you cheapen this.
Fair enough.
So my job. So we were talking about Jeremy's job and my job. Jeremy,
Stay out of the way.
my job is Jeremy's job. Whose job is to stay out of the way?
No, I'm saying that, like I mean, at the end of the day, it's about it really primarily about the product.
Well, okay. So no, my job.
Yes,
So
I like
my-
this a lot.
So my job is to sell the beer the first time. So
His job is to resell.
I have to get someone who doesn't know anything about the beer. They may not even know anything about the brand. I have to get them to pick up the can or look at the name on the board or just see our logo and be enticed to buy it. So they've never tasted it. Whatever.
To look at that book cover,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
To say,
Yeah.
that's worthy of my dollar.
Yep.
Yeah.
So my job is to sell it the first time. Jeremy's job is to sell it the second, third, fourth time. So you can argue who has a harder job, but we each have our own responsibilities. But I have to sell it, and that's what this is.
And this thing in its totality has to have all of this.
And it's the entire brand. It's not just this. It's the fact that, I spend a good portion of my day helping people find our beer. And now that I know that you've got 5 of our 6 SKUs in your cold case right now.
We'll go back and take some more pictures. All right.
Yeah.
Anyone
We'll party it up.
west of Arlington, north of Fort Worth, just come up to the Bearded Monk.
Yeah.
Project.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so there's something else to talk about because I'm not the only one. Where else, especially these folks in Denton,
So I do
where
have
else can they find this?
I have a
in
cheat
Denton?
sheet right here.
That's
I will-
right.
So
That's
East
right.
Side, of course.
Oh, yes.
Denton County, of course.
Denton County Brewing Company, our neighbors.
Yeah.
Those sweet folks.
They are sweet.
Who would win in a fight?
I don't know. Seth has got really good
I
arms.
think Seth is scrappier than you.
Yeah.
I would take that. It's on record now.
I'm guessing you're pretty crafty, though.
Seth Morgan.
I think
I'm very
I think
crafty.
he fights dirty.
He'd be like, "Oh my
Throw
God,
a
what is,
beer in
what
his
is- what
face
is that?
and
A
then-
boom."
Yeah. I don't know.
Good thing you
Seth is-
trimmed your beard, though, because that would be an easy one for him.
Yeah.
to
Oh,
learn.
just yank
Well,
on
yank,
it?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, guys, if you didn't see last week, that's why the Bearded Monk doesn't have a beard anymore. Yeah.
It's so weird.
This is a surprise.
Like when you kiss him, it's like kissing a baby now.
It's been magical. It's been so magical.
Okay, Mellow Mushroom will have us on tap next week. Harvest House, of course. Midway Craft House.
Oh.
Midway Mart.
Yep. Midway Mart, Midway Craft. Okay,
Oak
so
Street. Lucky Lou's. Free Play.
wait, Lucky Lou's?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, whoa. You're in the college market. I like this. I like this a lot.
We've been hustling up here.
Nice. So a lot of people will come into my shop looking for beers, and I can't have everything. We have a lot of this in-depth stuff, but I can't have everything. And a lot of times I'll call Sean over at Midway. I'm like, man, Sean's been doing this for 25 years. I'm gonna call the cool uncle, find out what he's got. And that's the place to be. Let's be honest
Yeah,
about this.
Midway's cool.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's a nice little hole in the wall.
Yeah.
They've got everything.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, welcome to the Bearded Monks Free Beer Friday. But still, I still go over there and buy beer.
Yeah.
I want to talk about this.
Black Matter.
Yeah.
You want to talk about its inception?
Wait, what now?
Like
How we
how it
came
came
up-
How did
It
how did
actually
it get
has a really
birthed?
cool story.
That's a good story.
It has a cool story.
We're getting up
So-
to Christmas. Is it
Yeah.
immaculate?
So,
no, it has a cool story.
So I was, because I'm the creative person, graphic designer, marketing, whatever is public facing is me. I was part of a group called Creative Mornings, and it's an excuse to get together once. It's a networking group for people who are creative, and we get together once a month and usually drink coffee and eat pastries and talk with other creative people. And there's a presentation.
Man, creative people don't
8
get
a.m. on a
drunk in
Friday.
the mornings.
8 a.m. on a Friday.
It starts at
Okay.
8. Presentation starts at 9. And so I'd been doing this, and we were a few months out from launching the brewery. So 2 years plus some change ago.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, like who's the tipping point? Like who is going to spread the word about us quicker than anyone else? It's the creative people. So I'm sitting in one of those meetings. I'm like, I need to get our beer in all of their hands ASAP. So they start talking about us
At 8 a.m.
at 8 a.m.
on a Friday morning.
So get together with Carl and Jeremy. I'm like, we need a coffee beer.
We need a breakfast beer. Like,
this
like-
totally works.
Yeah, I'm like, we need a coffee beer, and we need it by September because we're launching. At that time, we thought we were launching in like October. So I was planning for 30 days out. And we had our son in August. So I was like, well, I need a month to recover. So we're launching it.
Whoa,
We're
like
launching
a champion. Well done. And I'll be back to work. Let's do this.
So I'm like, we're launching it in September, and we need a coffee breakfast beer. So that's what we did. Black Matter was conceived for a networking
Good choice of words.
breakfast meeting.
Yeah.
That was not accidental. For a networking breakfast meeting. That's what it was created for.
And
And it was purely to get it, and this sounds terrible, but it was to get it into the hands of people that would spread the word about Manhattan Project.
well, so
I
you
didn't
tried,
think
right?
this beer was going to go anywhere.
He didn't.
What?
No, like, well, I mean, at the time,
And now the demand is so flopping high that
Yeah.
you can't find it anywhere.
well, at the time, it was just like, okay, we got this event coming up. We got to make this beer that's, acceptable for this event, and it's just like this one-time event beer because it's a morning thing, and then we did the event, and people are just like downing, like
At
just
8 a.m.
just 8
They're
a.m.
just sipping through it
Oh,
like
I mean,
crazy.
just chugging it.
Us creative people, especially if it's a Friday, we don't care.
Fair enough.
Well,
And then like people are like, yeah,
You're
Great
most
life.
creative when you have a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
At about like
Get a
8:35,
little.
8:35, people are like, so where can I buy this? And I'm like,
Well, yeah, 'cause
and I'm
it's
starting to,
8.6. It's
Yeah.
8.6.
I'm starting to think like, maybe this is more than a one-time beer. Maybe this is more than like, yeah. So like and that's what I think. Like, just between Misty and Jeremy, like between our personalities, like we just really enjoy doing kind of going overboard on things.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was like,
Overboard with restraint.
yeah. I mean, like when I say overboard, I mean like we put way too much effort into stuff
With
like,
a lifesaver.
like literally
Overboard
yeah.
with a lifesaver.
Like when we made this beer, like when we were working through, we did not intend for this to be a commercially available beer. This was intended to be served.
It was a marketing tool.
This was intended to be served one time.
What a magical moment, too.
Yeah,
It was a marketing tool.
it was like we're gonna serve this one time at one event, and that's and we're all stupid enough to put this much effort into making a beer for a one-time event.
This thing is going to be perfect.
Well,
Perfect.
But that's part of our mission. We will, and it's unanimous. The three of us have to believe in a beer 100% before we release it.
Yeah, we
Right
talked
on.
about that. We're like, so
Even if it's for a breakfast at a coffee shop.
If the public is going to taste it, we all have to believe in it.
Going to be perfect. Nice.
Yeah, and now it's in cans, and
And
these are the final cans until next November.
what? Till next November? Oh.
I hope you ordered a lot of cases, Ben.
No,
If you
I only
need-
got like 2.
if you need like a private stock, we might be able to.
Yeah. Christmas.
Next time
Yeah.
you know, don't order 2 cases of our seasonals.
Apparently. Yeah. Jeez Louise. That was pulling teeth. We talked about that. Dude.
I'll have a talk with Nathan.
Yeah. But you know that everybody in the market wants this beer now. So they were like, yeah, we got a couple left if you want them.
We're gonna do one
okay.
more round of draft.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. Sorry, I got super excited. So it's Free Beer Friday, right? We're going to go back and do the after party. This is on draft right now, back at the Bearded Monk. And if there are any cans left, you guys can take the cans home. Well, if you buy them, if they're still there, we'll
still
find out.
there.
Yeah. But this is so much fun. This is so much fun to hear the story behind that. I've seen hints of this story, but I've never heard it from the mouths of the babes.
Ah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. What else do you want to know?
What's coming up next? I mean, we're coming into
I know.
a new year.
Beer wise or business wise? Because we have exciting plans for both.
Let me hear business-wise. Like, what are you guys up to next?
So what? Carl,
We're trying to get our place open.
Yeah. So Carl does all of.
Oh.
So I do all of the sexy things.
These things.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
selling it and getting the distribution out there. But then Carl does all of the awful,
Yeah.
mundane things that happen behind the scenes.
So
All the
January-
negotiations.
So
and the-
January, which was 11 months ago, we purchased 5 properties that were adjacent to each other. And
Wait,
so
5 properties?
5 little tiny properties right next to each
70%
other.
of a block.
Yeah. so 30,000 square feet of land.
I feel like you're playing Monopoly at this point.
We
Yes.
kind of are.
Yes. Yes.
And it's 1 mile west of downtown. You know where Kennedy got shot?
Mhm.
1 mile,
1 mile
west,
west of there.
where Kennedy was shot.
So if I had to run to somewhere,
You
yeah,
could.
I could
don't
make
know,
it
how
there
fast do you do a
or the
mile?
Texas Theater. Pretty
Texas Theater is
equidistant.
pretty far.
Yeah, that's pretty far south.
I could still run that.
So
I mean, Oswald did. Come on.
so we
Ooh,
we
that
purchased
got a little dark. Sorry, little black.
we purchased
matter.
these 5 properties, and they had an alley. They were separated by an alley, and so we had to abandon the alley, which is the term, which essentially like buy an alley back from the city.
Okay.
So we're trying to connect all this stuff together,
Like bring these
like to
spaces
turn it
together.
into one lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
For
Okay.
To one,
JVC parking, to be able to treat
Yeah.
them as if they're one.
Okay.
Yeah, so we
Gotcha.
can put a single building with parking and everything on it. And so this started in January, which for anyone keeping track, it's still 11 months ago.
Yeah.
So basically, we're trying to turn 5 lots and an alley into 1 lot.
So we can get a building permit.
Okay.
And this
okay.
this is taken 11 months.
Oh boy, howdy! But we're getting closer now.
Yes.
Like-
yes, we actually, we're through all
close?
of that. So we will be receiving our permit within the next 2 weeks, and then we'll be able to break ground. So there'll be, bulldozers and excavators and
This is awesome.
saws and
And we'll be open in the summer.
Lots
Yeah.
of summer. Okay. Summer of 2019.
And
Yeah.
the tap room is going to be super sexy.
Oh.
And we're going to have coffee during the day. You can hang out, transition to a beer. We're going to have,
Come on, I'll show up at 11 a.m. and start drinking.
I know
beer.
you will,
Come on.
but like
yeah.
respectable people are
Fine. Okay.
show a little bit of restraint.
but no, yeah, it's
food options.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Are y'all
It's,
going to have a
are
kitchen,
we-
or there
are
going to be
we-
food options on
Let's share it.
premise?
Let's
or?
share it.
Uh-oh.
Okay, go for it.
Heard it here first. It's
We're
happening.
We're going to have a restaurant on site.
What?
Yeah, but okay, so
Okay,
that's all we're sharing
okay.
at the moment.
Oh. Thai fried chicken.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be
No,
so
but this
good.
may not be something people have tasted or like completely aware of. But
So Thai fried chicken is like regular fried chicken, but it's
Spicier. A little bit
way
sweeter.
better.
and it's gluten free.
And it's gluten free. It's
Wait, are you
rice
kidding me?
flour. It's rice flour, yeah. Not wheat
What?
flour, it's rice flour.
Yeah. So a very good friend of ours, Chef David Gilbert, has like created this whole fried chicken recipe.
He has experimented with fried chicken so many times.
and he's bringing it to our tap room. Like it was kind of unexpected to have like that kind of food.
Like this level
This
of
level. Like we were like,
yeah.
we're gonna have sweet potato fries and
hot dogs.
some like fancy pizza that we're gonna market as fancy, but it's not really that fancy. But now we're gonna have like real
Now it's getting fancy.
legit food.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is awesome.
Yeah, so yeah, once again, a good friend of ours, David Gilbert. He's
No,
been
where
a
did-
chef for years and years and years.
For like
and
he's been for all these big name chefs and his own.
yeah,
chefs.
he's worked with Stephen
He's
Piles.
been executive
He's,
chef.
like,
Yeah.
been executive chef here and there. He's owned his own places, and he's a friend of ours. And he's like, hey,
He believes in us.
believes in us. And he's like, hey, I want to help you guys out, and I want to like,
Right on.
and so
Right on.
So we're gonna
So
have some
actually-
amazing Thai food,
Yeah.
plus like just other interesting, like really like, and we're food snobs, so we decided to build.
Well,
our,
I mean, you get into flavor
yeah,
and you respect flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah, the food's got to come with that.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
yeah. So and I mean, the other nice thing is that because the city has been so delayed, like this whole process has been so drawn out, we've been able to sit back and kind of watch what other breweries have gone through as far as like, well, crap, like people come in for a couple beers, but then they get hungry and they leave and they don't come back. So we've been able to observe all of the challenges of these other tap rooms that have
Right on.
opened like long before us because they chose to rent instead of buy, which may be smarter in many ways because we bought. That's the reason why we're going through all this.
So it's interesting. Like I feel like so if most breweries take step 1, step 2, like say Four Corners, they took step 1 and then step 2 they moved to the
They had to
Cedars,
completely
huge.
move, right?
Yeah.
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 So I feel like what we did is we took step 0.5, which was kind of just getting going, doing Australian proprietorship, finding a place, and then now we're able to take kind of like step 1.5, which is sort of, like
we're skipping that step 1 of just
we're skipping
opening
step
production
1.
facility plus a mediocre tap room.
Yeah, so
And you're going full-fledged
Yeah.
into this.
yeah, so
Yeah.
like kind of the
Right on.
2-year delay on actually getting open allowed us to just do a little bit more than if we had like from day 1 we had said, oh, we're gonna have like this production facility tap room. So we were able to establish ourselves a little bit. We were able to like build some credibility, so we can go to a bank.
Big time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like we're actually able to go to a bank and say like, hey, would you loan us some money for this project? And we're actually able to produce financial statements and things like that. And it's funny, banks are still hilarious. We were at a certain production level a couple months ago. So I'll call it production level X, right? And so I called the bank up and I said, hey, we only plan for production level Y, and
In our
But
facility.
now we're
We're
yeah,
above
yeah.
it.
And now we're like, okay, so I'll just use numbers. So we were saying like, hey, we plan for like 275. We're at
275 barrels.
barrels per month. And it's like and that's not going to be enough by the time we open in June. So we're going to need to add some equipment to this whole project. I said, well, where are you now? And I said, we're at 240. And they said, well, let's just see how it goes. And like, they don't understand.
Really?
They don't
want to
understand.
follow along on this train?
Like, they're like, well, that's like a 10% growth in 6 months. And we're like, yeah. But, like last month we were at 40. like we've grown 600%.
He's not exaggerating.
Like, no,
We
I'm
went-
not exaggerating at all.
Because at our previous, we've always leased time from other breweries.
Yeah,
So we were at Bitter Sisters, who they were amazing hosts.
right on.
And we were capped at 40 barrels per month. And then they were changing their licensing, and good for them. So we got kicked out. And so we moved to Hop and Sting, where they're brand new in a huge facility. So we have complete
The old
of
Grapevine
room.
facility.
yeah, so we have
yeah.
complete run of all of this equipment that like it's just way oversized
Oh,
for
these 3-story tall fermenters.
Yeah.
With googly eyes.
yeah, so we're just like huh. I guess we should can our beer, which is why this happened.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, that's wonderful.
Yeah, and
Thank you,
then-
Brian.
Thank you, Brian. And Dixon.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we grew 6 times, like Carl said, and
That's
there's
crazy.
still no cap, really. So now we're like, crap.
And
we
the
got-
fish still isn't big enough for the bowl. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So did that open that up? Like, did investors start saying, well,
Oh, investors!
okay.
The investors are coming out of the woodwork right now. They're like, hey,
Nice.
can you have our money? Please take our money. We're like,
We'll select.
banks
yeah.
are cheaper than you. No, just kidding.
Bakes are cheaper. If you can get them.
Fair enough.
If you can
Fair
get
enough.
them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
But-
it's just the world is open at this point.
Yeah, it's good. And then the tap room delay, and I'll be completely honest because I've had 2 beers now.
That's a lot for her.
It is. It's a little bittersweet because like we're us and Jeremy, and Carl and I have a 2-year-old, and it's like, oh, as soon as the tap room opens, we want a bar. Well, all of a sudden we're Ben. You know?
Get to hang out.
Yeah,
Come
no
on.
more like cutting it off at 5 p.m., right?
Oh,
It
yeah.
starts
Yeah.
at 5
Yo,
p.m.
yeah.
Yeah. So like it's a completely different business model again, which is kind of nice because we went from just like straight like small production to 6 times production, which still required a lot more. So it's phasing in, which has been a nice point of view. But then once we get open though, it's like, oh, it's a whole
It's
nother
full-fledged.
it's a whole nother ball game.
It's
All of
time
a
to
sudden-
party.
All of a sudden we own a restaurant, we own a bar, and a production facility. So
Oh, it's going to be so much fun.
I'm so
It's
excited.
going to be so much. I mean, they're
And
always.
And our son is now old enough where
Yeah,
he
by
can
the-
kind of hang out.
Wait,
Like,
how
he's-
old is he now?
He's
2 and a
2.
third.
2 and a
Oh,
third.
okay.
So he'll be almost 3 by the time it
Oh,
opens.
he's ready to work bar.
Yeah, he can
on.
bust tables, and
Yes.
he knows how to fill a growler.
My kids will sit at the counter and they'll lean on the counter and go, "What can I get you?" Now, Daddy has to still go get it, but it's adorable
because
otherwise.
it's TABC.
That's right. All right. So you mentioned, having a couple of beers.
Yeah.
I want to go back and do some more drinking.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
We're
Yeah.
ready.
Let's do it.
A couple of people have walked in. I felt bad, too. And we've got, I mean, it's 8:10 now. We got a little while before we go back to the shop and party it up. Yeah.
You want to hang out here and drink?
Yeah. Yeah. I'd serve out samples.
Yeah.
Why not? So if you guys are at home right now, put on your going out pants.
Don't even.
That's
Just put on shoes.
I mean, cover
put
your
on
genitalia.
accept. Yeah, okay, yes, that's fair. That's fair.
I mean,
get acceptable
minimal
for public
coverage.
and wear your PJs.
Yes.
Right?
I
Come
love
on.
that the man that's saying get acceptable for public.
Oh,
is
here I
wearing-
am wearing PJs. Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's totally fair. Look, semi-acceptable. We're not going to the Adolphus. Let's just look nice enough to go out to the square. Yeah. Although the square is very fancy too, isn't it, Jake? Yeah. Okay. All right. I got a head
Can
nod.
you say something, Jay?
That's just noises. I love it. So
He
yes,
said, "Oh, ah."
come join us. We're gonna do samples right now, and then we're gonna go back to the Monk
And
and
hang
do
out.
some partying.
Someplace.
Yeah.
Someplace.
Oh, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
That's
There's
And
samples.
you
a
can-
vegan
with
potluck
a
going on
accent.
right now.
Oh, hey, I'm
There are
glad you mentioned
artists.
vegan potluck because
Yeah.
you know what?
What?
All of the beers you have are vegan.
What? Like even the hazy.
Yeah.
They're all
IPAs.
vegan.
Nice.
I almost posted it on social media today, and then I got distracted because I almost
you
commented.
totally need to post that
Yeah,
stuff
all
up.
5 of those are vegan.
We don't
There you
use
go.
we don't use the fish finding.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Right on. Which, that's a whole nother story right there. Yeah. Like filtering it through fish guts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It works well, but
but we don't use
we
it.
don't use it.
But
The only
it
beer
only
that
works
we
for carnivores like me.
the only beer that's not vegan is our beer that has lactose in it.
Okay. Yeah. Which, the lactose sugars, the after effect. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, guys. Did you even know that?
So vegans, you can come out and drink our beer.
This is it. Wait, which is the one? What's the one with the lactose they can't?
You don't sell it
oh,
right now.
the Half Life.
So
No, it's 10
nanoseconds.
Our milkshake,
or Atomic Alliance.
Oh, that's about to come out though, right?
I think
I've
this-
already had some
I think
talks
this-
about
I think
this.
this dude needs to come in here. What do you
Oh, this is a party guy.
think? What do you think? What do you think?
Yes.
What? Mommy, can he come in here? We're looking at you. This is what happens when parents get on a radio show. All right, dude. All right, guys. The newest host of Free Beer Friday. You want to say hi to everybody? Look right here. See right there?
to the camera.
Say hi.
Can you wave?
Hi there. I know this is very. Oh, good job. Oh, well done.
Hey, what's your name? Nathan? Langston.
Langston.
All right.
Right on, man.
Sorry to
Well
be
done.
aggressive.
Well done. And you never know what's gonna happen when you come up here. That's right. All right, we gotta go do some more drinking now.
Me too.
Yeah, you up for this?
Yeah, and I gotta. Yeah, my bladder.
Oh yeah. Okay,
Is there a back
dude. There's a bagpipe and a bass drum. All right, if you guys aren't here now, it's time to be here. All right, we're going to party. Let's do this. All right, next week. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna see these people until after Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody out there. Merry Christmas, and we will see you in a couple of weeks. Oh my gosh, have a good one.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check out DentonRadio.com for new Denton artists and where they're playing next. While you're surfing the internet, make sure you check out our friends Classic of Denton at ClassicofDenton.com.